We're rolling.
Let's do like an actual
Yes.
Cheers.
We're back for another episode of Champagne Gainz.
Yes.
With champagne.
Actual champagne this time.
Because it's not 8 a.m. on a Thursday morning.
Yes. Because, I mean, it's appropriate to drink champagne at all hours of the day, but it is Friday, so we're actually drinking.
We're done training. We're done working.
Yes.
It is time.
It's time. So today, obviously, Coach Kiki.
Coach Beckyn.
Today we're going to talk about Beckyn's improvement season. So how long have you been in improvement season?
Okay, so September 30th, I believe, was when
you won your overall.
I won my overall.
Yes.
That is there for temporarily until it gets packed. Yeah, so it'll be a year. October, November, December. A year and 3 months.
Yes.
Which was wild. Like, I'm nervous to start prep just because I've been doing whatever the fuck I want. Like, I can just go out to eat and not feel bad about it, or like not that I just like not have to plan.
Yeah.
Plan it or like have a specific meal.
Because you were reversed for you were reversed into that show.
Yeah.
Because you competed in at North Americans in September.
Very beginning.
Yeah. So you were ready for that show, and then we just kind of built your food up to your overall win at the Minnesota show in October, where you won the overall.
Yes.
So you were already at a good point then.
Yeah. I felt good. I mean, I looked good. I felt good. So.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for you, I remember you were already reversed, but you were still at that stage of wanting to eat all of the food, which, I mean, it's common post-show too. It is what it is. When you're that low of body fat, no matter how much food you eat, you're still going to be hungry.
Yeah.
Because your leptin and ghrelin levels are not at a good place.
Well, even when you were in last year, you were eating 3,000 calories in your prep, still starving.
Yeah.
So you don't get past it.
Yeah, I know. I think people think oh, you're eating all this food, I'm so jealous of you, and it's no,
still fucking starving.
Yeah, still hungry, and it just takes a while to get out of that and back into your homeostasis.
Yeah. When your food is high in prep, you're still fucking starving. When your food is high out of prep, you're like, God damn it, I can't eat anymore.
Yeah.
There's very little in between.
Yeah, so we're now coming up on the tail end of your improvement season.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be 3 weeks in 3 days.
Yeah, because, when we're recording this, it's December the 8th. I don't know when we'll release this episode, but you're,
starting prep January 1st.
Yeah, so you're finishing off your long improvement season.
Yeah.
So what is probably your biggest takeaways from this long of an improvement season?
So obviously, all things aside from bodybuilding, you have to enjoy your life sometimes. And this was good for me to see, to be able to do that and realize okay, I don't always have to be prepping for my next show. It's fun. It's fun to be on stage. I still got jealous when we went to shows and everyone looked pretty in their makeup and their glam and their suits. But I took time to I did a few classes. I built my business more. I got to focus on that, and just all my energy was going to that, and myself and relationships, and just focusing on life aside from competing. Obviously, we're still eating, we're still training with that goal in mind, but that was my biggest takeaway, I think, was it's okay to take a step back sometimes and do what you need to do to get to where you want to be.
Yeah, exactly. And there's not a perfect timeline for people either. we were throwing around the idea of you, prepping this year for a show and to go back into nationals. And, we got some feedback and we just kind of decided that it was best for you to just keep growing because, the national stage right now is so competitive and you have to just have all of that muscularity and just be so dialed in that like this extra time off, it's not like wasted.
No.
The stage isn't going anywhere. It's still going to be there when your body and mind is ready to prep.
Yeah. And even if, well, I got a question on my anonymous questions on like my, not for this, the other day, but it was like, what is a goal that you plan to achieve in 2024? I was like, I can't even say pro card because I can't plan that because I don't know who's going to show up. Like if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen because there's other people that have been working at this longer than me that could show up and look better than me. So it's like, if it happens, amazing. If not, like I'm not going to die.
Yeah, I mean it's the pro card is going to happen when it's meant for you.
Yeah.
There's only so many things that we can put like timelines and timestamps on. Like I would love to go to the Olympia next year, but I can't think like that. I have to just make sure that I'm doing everything that I can in the building season and in prep to just improve. I was talking with clients and like potential clients. I'm like, this is bodybuilding.
Yeah.
We're building our bodies, and when your body is ready and when the time is right, when God wants you to be a pro, like you will do it, and you can't like pick I'm going to go pro at this show, like hands down, because you have no idea. You have no idea, like you said, who can show up. You can't. There's only so many things that you can control, and you can control your training intensity, your diet, your posing, and all this stuff. But like at the end of the day, everybody's doing that.
Yep.
So
yeah, you're not special. Like,
yeah.
Sorry, I zoned out. I had something I was gonna say. I didn't zone out. I was listening to you and forgot what I was gonna say. God, it was important. Brutus is talking though.
Yeah, Brutus is in the background. My French bulldog. He's crying. He's a little baby.
It'll come to me, but
what have you done like in this improvement season that's different than your other improvement seasons?
Training fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's it. I mean, obviously it helped. I came out here, so I like last May, so I got to do my entire prep with her and then do my entire like off season with her, and like having her there to help me train and like make sure that I'm pushing myself was huge. And then just like learning a lot more about training as well. Um, and like trying different things for myself, like a powerlifting style like training program, like 3 rep max, like heavy, and it was fun. But now,
yeah, it's been cool to watch you like train in person. Like there's only so much, like since it's online coaching, like there's only so much we can do
so
from
hard.
afar.
Yeah.
And seeing just like the intensity that you put in the gym every day is important. Like there's, especially since your improvement season has been so long, like it's easy to kind of like slack off a little bit, or maybe not push yourself as hard because there's not that exact carrot like dangling in front of you. But you just have to go in to the gym every day with the intention of I'm putting on muscle and trying to build and doing whatever I can right now to benefit yourself in the future.
Yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Part of my brain is like, well, maybe you like, because I see the people at the national level and they're fucking muscular, and so part of me is like, maybe you shouldn't prep yet but it's like, well, you have to try. So I mean, you need to be smart about it, but also like if you're borderline close, like fucking go for it. You know, like what am I gonna
Mm.
do? Take another year off?
And then what,
And then I probably would not come back.
Yeah.
I
So
I don't know.
I mean, I think you would come back, but like
Yeah.
it's, I mean, it is good to, you do have to take these
See where
times,
you're at.
you do have to take these times off. But then you also have to just like get feedback again
Mm-hmm.
because you don't know.
Yeah.
So like you going into prep now, it's like, so for, 2024, we're going to do, a regional show and see what happens.
Yeah.
We're going to put you in front of the judges that we know are going to be at the national level, get the feedback, and then just kind of evaluate from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, don't like give up because people are big, but yeah.
And you also like, I mean, you do dick around a little bit in
Yeah.
your improvement
Yeah.
season, which is fine. Like you are able to like have that flexibility, which I think is good mentally. And I think it's been so long that it's just like it allows you to be fully mentally like ready to start a prep.
Right.
As opposed to say if we decided to prep this year in 2023, like you had a little bit of time off and then like maybe you got into prep and it's just like, oh my God, like again, like, so now
Yeah.
since it's been so long, you are able to like be fully refreshed and ready, and your like metabolism and your body's going to be ready to go into a deficit again.
Yeah. My body's ready. My brain is ready because my bank account is ready.
That's important. That is important.
And then, oh, fuck. My body, my brain. I'm just excited to like get on stage again.
Yeah. I'm excited.
So I
I'm
wait.
so excited.
I can't wait to do the glam. Who's
yeah.
doing my makeup?
Yeah. Who wants to do Beckyn? Yeah, Lacey. I wish that's my goal is to just like make enough money so
Yeah.
Lacey can just travel with us everywhere. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just come with us.
I'm ready. Kiki's ready to prep me. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like all of my supporters and teammates are like ready for me to prep. Like last weekend I did a story that was like prep starts in 1 month, and like it was all of my, usually it's like fucking fuck boys in my story. It was all the girls.
Yes. I know, and that's like the culture that I love with like our girls. Even like you're starting to prep people too, which is really cool, and they're like, it's almost like they're like my grandchildren.
Yes. Yes.
Because I tell all of my clients, I'm like, I don't have any kids, so they're basically my children. And now like your prep clients are like my grandchildren. So like we were talking about somebody doing a show, and I'm like, oh well, I want to be there just because like I want to be there.
Yeah.
And like when Alexa and Brittany finally stepped on stage this year, like our entire like Coach Kiki girls were just so supportive because they were so supportive of them during their like first competitions. And Abby of course she was messaging me during Brittany's show. And Alexa called me like I think 20 minutes after giving birth, like wanting to she's like, okay, when can I get started? And that was last July, and then she finally stepped on stage like this December. And just seeing the support of those girls with each other, that makes my coaching heart so happy. And that's what I want for us, and like the culture of even if we're on like me and Beckyn are not on like separate teams in terms of us. It's just like it's a package deal. Yeah. So if you get me, you get her, you get my
back stretchers.
Yeah, you get my coach too. Like, but I'm excited. I think this is since you've taken this whole time off, like you've been able to, like you said, grow as a businesswoman, starting your coaching, and now it's like your chance to shine. And like since you know more about all of this stuff, like that's only going to make our communication even
Oh my
better.
God,
Because
yeah.
you're seeing stuff with your clients, and then you're going to be able to like say all these different things to me during your feedback, and like it's all just going to play off of each other. So that just gets me like super excited.
Sometimes in my check-ins even I'm like thinking about, okay, do I put this in there? Like, I think this is because this. And then I'm like, wait, let me see if she says something. And then it's like, usually she does, or like all the time she does. And I'm like, yes, I was
Yeah, dude,
right.
I love that when I check in with my coach and I like say
I think
different
this,
things,
yeah.
and he is just like will respond back with something like, okay, cool, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. It's not like I'm testing you or anything, but like it's fun to like realize, okay, I'm getting smarter at
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Because prepping people is no fucking joke. It's not like you can just do it.
No, you can't just decide one day, wake up one day and decide to
prep
prep
somebody.
people after one show.
Yeah.
Goodness. What else for your improvement season? Like maybe talk about, you talked about your training. Have you done anything like, let's rewind and talk about what we did at the like end of your prep last year, starting off your improvement season.
Yeah. So we went into Corey's diet. So we started with AF 101 for like a week because we knew that was not enough food for me. But it essentially let me have whatever the fuck I wanted on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to get all of my cravings out of my system like on the weekends, and it didn't like hurt my weight. Like it didn't make me gain a bunch of weight and like put on a bunch of fat because your body is prone to putting on fat right after you get off stage.
Mm-hmm.
And like keeping it there, like not just water weight. We're talking
like actual like fat
actual
tissue.
Fat cells.
Yeah.
So that was good, and then we went to AF 102, which involved carbs. And I still got to eat whatever I wanted on the weekend on Friday, Saturday. And then we just like then I needed more food.
Yeah.
I don't remember like what the dates, like how long it was that I was doing that. But then we were like, okay, well, you got to switch because you need to get like more food, like before training. Because I was doing vacation rules with, I don't know if you're familiar with Corey's protocols. You don't have to be, but I was eating breakfast, and usually his protocols do not require you. They require you to fast until lunch, but I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
A bitch couldn't do that.
I think like anabolic fasting was like us both learning under Corey Gregory, if you guys aren't familiar. I think anabolic fasting was a good like stepping stone for you out of prep because it still controlled, Sunday through Friday, what you were doing. We were like keeping control of your calories, but then it allowed you on Friday nights and Saturdays to, kind of be a dick with food.
Actually.
And and you were a dick with food, like 1000%. And I was a little bit worried, but like it worked out so well for like getting your leptin and ghrelin levels back to where they needed to be, getting those cravings down like really quickly.
Yeah.
And I loved that for you.
Because I also stopped eating as much on the weekends when those cravings surpassed because I didn't crave it and I didn't want to buy food. So then we were like, you need macros. Like,
yeah. So then we kind of had to swerve. I was like, no, we need to just kind of like swerve and go back to like a traditional like building program. And it was, I mean, I think it set you up for, a really good rest of your build.
Yeah.
Even then I was like, okay, now I need you to actually eat.
Yeah.
Like anabolic fasting worked way too well for you and for your cravings that they were like smashed. I was like, dude, like you have to be a dick on the weekends because I need you to eat this food. Like we can't just like stay at this low body weight and body fat because like I need you to get stronger in the gym.
Yeah. And then, well, I got my blood work done like a year ago and it all came back good. And I just got it done again. I haven't heard any results yet. I'm sure it's fine. But so get your blood work done.
Yeah. When did you get your cycle back after
Well, sorry,
prep?
I it I never had it during prep, but then I got my IUD removed in like at the end of January. So October through January, and then I got my cycle back 28 days after getting my IUD removed, and I like fully. I'm not a doctor, but I attribute that 1,000% to like the high fat.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is
Yeah.
so fucking good for you.
Yeah.
And it's been normal ever since. So, which is cool because I got the IUD so that I didn't have a period because it was so irregular. So, make sure your nutrition is in check. I know a couple people that can help you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're like, because so to give the listeners a, I mean, just throw it out there what your calories and macros are right now.
My macros are at 350 grams of carbs, 160 grams of protein, and 85 grams of fat. So it's like 2,800 calories.
And you're like not doing any cardio.
No cardio. Barely walking throughout the day, let's be honest.
Yeah, we work from home, so steps are low.
And training 5 days a week. And my weight doesn't really move.
No, like at all.
No.
It's like even when you are like off plan and have meals out, like your weight is still like hanging
at like 138 to 140.
Yeah.
So this prep will be a grind, but I'm ready for it.
Yeah. I think that's an important thing to know. Like all preps are going to be hard.
Yeah, it's not going to be fucking like all of a sudden like you just don't have to do cardio. There's some gifted people that don't have to, but like
yeah, you're still going to have to do.
You can come in.
We have a special guest for our next episode. But yeah, like I'm excited to see how quickly your body responds.
Oh my god, same.
And we're gonna go like hard.
Yeah, because I'm going to Mexico in February, so we are working around that a little bit.
Yeah, so January 1st, the hammer is going down.
Coach Kiki is coming.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, that is my prep my off season in a nutshell.
Yeah, if you have any other specific questions about what we did, don't hesitate to reach out to either Coach Beckyn or Coach Kiki.
Beckyn
the athlete. I think people like I do that all the time. Like people are like, how are you feeling? I was like, so as like Coach Kiki, Kiki the athlete, Kiki the human. I'm so weird.
I like it.
But yeah, definitely reach out to us because I think it was a good approach, and I'm sure everyone's going to be very excited for your prep.
I'm excited.
Everyone get excited for your prep. Yeah. Everyone pump her up.
Yeah. If you have any questions though, you can find her on Instagram
at Keekersleft_IFBB Pro
and me at Beckyn_Bikini. Give us a 5-star rating and review.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to miss the most about my off season. So
like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and let's go.
Drink some champagne for me.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome.
No